now we have a grayscale image. And the next thing we have to do, as I said before, we are going to add the skin color. We are going to turn her into real colors, not in black and white. Let's do this. I go to my layers. Let me first increase my panel. I take this one, for now I think you can see it. And what I have to do is just to create a new layer. This small button here, it helps us to create a new layer. And then I have to name it, let's call it skin. Now I have my skin layer, and then I'll go to my color picker and then choose some not too dark. Yeah, I pick that color, and then I will take my brush, not too hard. I zoom in a little bit and then try to paint over our image. Why is it failing? The reason why it is failing to paint our chosen color, which is this whitish chocolate, is because the image is in grayscale. And then on the channels, as you can see, it's a grayscale. It's a black and white image, and the image is totally in black and white image. You can't add any other color over it. And what you have to do now, I will go back to my layers, and then you can go to image, and then we have this mode image. Then we have this mode. As you can see, it is in grayscale, and what we have to do for now, we are going to turn it into our RGB color. I'll click on it, and then do not flatten your image. And then yeah, we have this, and let's delete that layer and we add it skin. Yeah, and then as you can see here, we have our chosen color from the color picker. I can press OK and then start painting over her face. You have to be careful and leave the shadow where it has to be. Reduce my brush. And here it is. As you can see, this looks very weird, and we have to fix this to look like it's like real colors on real skin. As you can see, this looks very weird, and what you have to do now is just to go to color modes. You can choose multiply. This is very dark. Multiply is very dark. There are a lot of color modes here, and then you have to choose one. And for now, we are going to use color, which is this. Yeah, we are going to use this one. I try to fix some edges. Now, as you can see, I can see the edges of my image. This is very cool, right? And you have to zoom in by pressing Z, and then fix some edges near the dress. And we are working with the layer of skin. We call it skin layer. You have to make sure you are painting on the skin, not outside of the skin. And press E, eraser tool, and then you can delete some parts of the brushes. Okay, let's repaint it here. let's reduce the hardness of our brush, and then we can fix this very quick. I'm using keyboard shortcut to press brush. Shortcut for brush is B, and then shortcut for eraser tool is E. Shortcut helps us to make it quick, and then I can fix this part too. We are going to paint her hair, and of course dress, background, and everything else in this photo. I'll create my new layer, call it hair, and then I'll go to my color picker. I'll pick some kind of reddish, and then let's choose this one, and let's start painting over this layer. And I have to increase my brush opacity to 100%. And what I have to do now is go to mode and then pick my color mode. We can change this hair color after we paint. I will show you how to change it. We can turn this color into any other color we want, as long as it is on its layer. And you have to make sure your brush is very softened in order to reduce the sharp edges. I'm using the rest opacity just to paint over to reduce the sharpness of this color. I press B, and then while the color picker switches like this, you can press X to switch back to the color you want, or to the real color you are using, or you can press here to reverse the colors. And then we were using reddish purple, and then let's pick this brush, try to paint over this hair. By pressing E, I'm going to erase, to fix this part of the image by fading some part of it into and mix it with the skin tone. As you can see, it's working. Oh, I have to press X, erase, and then fix this part. Yeah, we have her red hair, and then let's imagine this as also a part of the hair. We are going to turn her from 19s to 20s. Yeah, magic. Yeah, and I think for now we are done with hair, and what we have to do now is to add the other layer, and we are going to call it dress. Which color are we going to use? Okay, let me choose one for you, and for now let's use this bluish, and then no, not this one, a bit lighter, and then let's paint over the dress. Don't confuse yourself, this is a shadow and this is a shadow. And what I have to do now is to add it into camera mode, and then we can paint where we can see, and then we can paint where we can see. This is the first dress, and I have to paint it carefully in order to not damage my skin tone, my hair tone. Yeah, you have to be flexible. Yeah, you have to be flexible while you are doing this. I'm still using a mouse, not a mouse pad, but this will be better while you're using a mouse or a tablet to paint or to restore an image, like in these ways. Yeah, magic. Wow, how does it look? And this was the first dress, and then we are going to add the other layer, and we call it dress 2. Yeah, that will be for this part, and this part will be the third dress. And then which color are we going to use? Let's pick like yellowish kind, because we can change this color after in any color we want. And then I can choose color and then paint over this part of the image. Yeah, we're done with the second dress. We go back to the second image, and then we have to fix this part. We have to fix this real quick. You have to make sure it's well fixed. Okay, and for now we are going to paint this upper dress. We are going to call it dress 3. This is magic, right? Yeah, we are getting there. We are like in 2001, already in 20th. Which color are we going to use? Let's pick this. And then let's try this out. Yeah, using a lot of color, but we can change it. Here you can use any color you want. Any. You have to press E, and there are some parts. Okay, let's go back on this. It's not necessary to choose the color we have used before. We can choose also the familiar color. And the other thing I'm going to show you is the way of changing this color into any other colors. Like into any other color. We first start by skin. Let's start by skin. I'll get to my image by selecting my layer. I'll get to my image, adjustment, and then we have this hue and saturation. You can press Ctrl plus U by using shortcut, or Command plus U on a marker while you want to use hue and saturation. And what helps us? It helps us to change the color. As you can see, the skin is changing. We can make it brighter. We can change into avatar skin, like any other colors. What I have to do now is just to go back and press Ctrl plus U, and then we're going to turn her skin kinda chocolate, like this. You can keep this in mind. I was using -19, 0 on saturation and 0 on brightness, and this was hue. And then I press OK, and let's go to our hair. You can press Ctrl U, which is shortcut. As you can see, I can change my hair into any other color. Which one can we use? Let's use this kinda. And then you have to keep this in mind too. Plus 35 on hue and saturation. And saturation will be 0 and brightness will be 0 too. And then I press OK. And then I want to leave this dress rate, but we can also change it, but I want to leave it in blue. You can change it into any other color. Oh, this is nice. Let's keep it here. You can keep it in mind this -13 on hue and saturation be 0 and brightness 0. And then I can press OK. Let's go on the second dress by pressing Ctrl U or Command U. You can change this into any other color, as you can see. Which one are you going to keep? Let's try to make it familiar with the first dress. Now that will be more greenish. Yeah. Let's keep it here, -22. And then the upper dress. Can keep it plus 57. This look really nice. She's now in 2010, like in 2010 or 2013. We are getting in 2020. Are you ready, guys? Let's do this. And what we have to do now, let's first save this part of our image. I'll go to File, Save As, and then I'll call Odd Photograph Manipulation. Let's call it Photo Restoration. I will save it as a PSD file, and then press OK. And then for now we are going to paint the wall, we are going to paint the ground, and then I'll create a new layer and call it wall. And then most of the time the walls are orangish kinda, and we can pick this one and then restart painting on the wall. I will go to my camera mode and then choose camera. Yeah, and what you have to make sure is you are painting on the rocks, not on the door or not on the dress. When it be like this, you can press E and then fix this back by erasing this part. And for now, you have to make sure you are painting on the wall, not on the door or not on the ground. And that was plus 28 on who. And what you can do now, you can reduce the opacity just to keep the focus on this part of the image. And for now, I will create an area and call it dough. Let's call it dough. And then can use a dark blue or dark green. What I have to do now is just to choose this camera mode, which is camera, increase my brush, and then I can paint around. And for now, you can press shift just to keep your brush in straight way. We also have to paint inside here. And for now, we are going to paint the ground. But let's first fix this part. Oh, sorry, I have to create an area and then call it ground. Okay, let's come back, and here it is. I can press Ctrl or Command plus U just to change my ground floor. Let's use this one. It is -9, and then let's reduce the opacity. It will look like this. And the other thing we have to do, we're going to change a little bit on the dresses. We're going to change them. Plus 127, and then we can change this also. Okay, and then we can press OK. We can reduce the background opacity. Let's change a little bit on the doors. Yeah, they are well fixed. I can leave it just like that. And here we are. What you have to do now is to balance the colors on the image. And then I can reduce the opacity just to reduce the saturation. And then I can also come here and reduce its its opacity to this level. And here we are. And I call this our final image. You can play around by using this process I was showing you, and then you can turn your image from 19s to 20s or into the future. No one knows. And this one is for good for black and white images. You can use it in any other options of black and white images, and you can use it to restore images. You guys, hope you enjoyed this part of the courses, and what you have to do now is to subscribe. You find this image in description, and you can play around with it in any ways you want to deal with. Thank you so much for watching. We keep in touch. Thank you.